This episode's going to be a bit of a quick one. It's a sewing vlog, so what I've been up to this week, basically flowers, fabric flowers. It's been fabulous. And we're also going to look at November sewing challenges. There aren't many this month.
It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket.
Goodness. This time last week, I was just finishing off the firefly jacket, the white flower jacket that glows in the dark. It was so much fun. So after that, I got out all my flowers. I had these 2 cardboard boxes full of flowers. Well, they're just big boxes because I didn't want any of them to be crushed. And so I did a flower KonMari, and then I did a dark tweed jacket. I put some flowers on that, and then I did this incredibly dramatic bolero. So I'll put links below to each of those episodes. And yeah, this episode we're just talking about the sewing challenges for November. There's only a few of them, and I've got this information from a blog post on Stash Hub. I'm not sponsored. That's just the people who did all the research and wrote the article. So I'll put a link below to their article, the blog, if you want to read it. But there's 4 sewing challenges this month. So let's go quickly through them, and then I'll show you a little snippets from each of my the 3 episodes that I've done this week. So the first sewing challenge is sew a garment a month, and they have a different theme each month. So November is Neoteric November, so you have to do something new, and they say look at current trends and see what speaks to you. Consider some vintage inspiration. Oh, I did that with my red and blue jacket. You could use bold colours or prints if you haven't previously. You could consider sustainable sewing, upcycling, recycling. I've got ticks in all of these boxes. How about some denim on denim, streetwear or athleisure? Oh, gosh. As always, give your creativity free rein. Well, I definitely did that this week. Okay, so that's for November. Sew a garment a month. So the next challenge is, and then you take photos of what you've done and you put the hashtag and you post stuff on Instagram. That's what all the challenges are like. So the second one is a gift to November. This is one every year. It's basically again, it's something you take photos of what you've done and post them on Instagram, and I think you can get prizes or something. But basically the idea is, instead of rushing in the start of December to make gifts for everyone, you do it in November, and that way you're less stressed when holiday season comes around. You can make any sewn item as a gift, and any type of sewing or knitting or hand making something. Oh, there's this group in the UK, the Knitting Circle, and they're knitting booties and beanies for premature babies in Gaza. And I think they'd rather you gave them money so they can buy food and milk, baby formula. But yeah, I don't know about making gifts. People don't I don't know, in my experience, people just want money. But I mean, if they're economically disadvantaged, I think there's definitely a reason for that. But even spoiled brat people, they just want money. They just want money, and that's it. Or yeah, I've had quite the week. I am so sick of Westerners and their spoiled, greedy ways. I was just like, there is absolutely no, well, anyway, I won't rant, but gosh, some people, they're just aggressively not nice at all. No redeeming features. Anyway, but if you do make, gifts, then now is the time to do it so that you are less stressed in December. And I guess I'm making my December Vlogmas videos now. So I'm kind of doing that one. Anyway, the next sewing challenge is Slow Fashion Challenge. So it's kind of like Me Made May, but this part of the year you actually sort of make stuff, and they've got different prompts, and I've kind of missed some of the days, but you can just sort of look at the prompts and see which one speaks to you and sort of maybe make something about, inspired by that. Or if you're looking for sewing people to follow on Instagram, then they're sort of messing with the whole hashtags thing, but there's an account, Slow Fashion Challenge, like at Slow Fashion Challenge. You can follow them and they'll probably repost stuff, so you can look at all the people and see who to follow. So that might be a good way of figuring out who you're interested in. And then the last one is My Makes November 25. And this is just basically whatever you're making, do the hashtag and post stuff on Instagram. And there's some small businesses that are offering like vouchers and things, so you might win a prize. And then there are the recurring ones. So the first three are about using your stash fabric in your stash instead of buying new stuff, which totally agree with. I definitely need to do that more. And then the last three are about planning and getting inspiration and making up designs and then sort of following through with them or not. I definitely recommend Make 9. It is so much fun thinking up designs. It's a little frustrating when you think of something and you're like, but I seriously do not have the time to do that. But it's still fun. I have been thinking about, the Make 9s I haven't done yet for this year, but also what will be my next year's Make 9s. The elephants are to remind me to do those last three. Anyway, I'm sure I can. And so I don't know whether to do colours or beading techniques or sort of concepts like I did this year, or just finish I thought up so many cool jackets that I could make this year based on this year's themes. So I could just spend all of next year happily actually making some of those. So we will see. Anyway, those are all the sewing challenges. And as I said, all this information was gathered by the kind people at Stash Hub. And there will be a link below to their website, but they also have an app and they have an account on Instagram. And so if you just want to see a really quick reel about it, head there. Isn't this floral feather skirt absolutely amazing? Totally impractical. All high fashion is so ridiculously impractical, but they're so beautiful. And you can pick elements of it and sort of make them into more wearable pieces, wearable for every day. But I make these amazing, incredibly over-beaded jackets, and they're not that impractical because with the jacket you just when I'm living in cities where I can walk everywhere, I just take the jacket off, put it in between the handles of my handbag, walk wherever, and then when I've cooled down just put the jacket on. Or if I'm playing with kids or something, you just put your jacket over the back of your chair and you're just wearing t-shirt and jeans and it's fine. It's they're not going to get caught on any of the beading or anything. Anyway, so now for a quick update of what I've been doing this week. I've been very busy reorganizing. I got out my boxes of flowers. Well, I wasn't going to. I was going to make some new jackets because I still have those 3 of my Make 9 jackets that I haven't made. The vintage brooch one, the chandelier one, and what's the other one? The Paris one, maybe? Yeah. Anyway, but I, of course, got distracted because I had so much fun making that white flower jacket. I was like, again. So I got out the 2 boxes of flowers and I did a KonMari episode. I was like, I'll just do a KonMari my flowers episode, and then I'll do an episode of my collection of floral jackets and sort of talk through, because like my technique and what I've learned from them, like some of them were absolute disasters, like the red one, the first try of the red one didn't work, and the harvest one didn't work first time round either, but then it ended up being the apricot autumn one, which I absolutely love. So anyway, this is a snippet from when I was sorting out all the fabric flowers, and then I did line up all the jackets ready to film them, but one of them is half made, abandoned. So I ended up pulling that apart, and I was like, oh, you know what I could do? So then instead of filming my collection of floral jackets, I made another one. So this tweed jacket I made it years ago, but I've never beaded it because I don't know, there's something about it I didn't really like so much. There's so many others that I like more that I worked on those ones instead. And so it's been years waiting for it to be beaded. And I added flowers, and now I love it. I love it as much as when I first saw this tweed. And yeah, so I'm really, really happy with the way that this turned out. I haven't done the feature design on the back yet because I kind of ran out of time. But yeah, I've done the video, and there's a link below. If I remember to put it in, there'll be a link below to that video. And it's one of those surprise ones. And then that one turned out so amazing. I was like, this is so awesome. And because I used up these seed pod weird fruit beads that I'd had forever and never thought I'd use. And I used up all these things I never thought I'd use. So anyway, I finished that jacket, the flower part of that jacket, and then I put it on the rack, and I was like, right, now I'm ready to do the collections video. But then, of course, I got distracted again because I was going to originally use those dark red flowers on this jacket inspired by this Dolce & Gabbana jacket that's red, purple and gold and blue. And I was like, well, what am I going to do now with those ones? Are they all going to work? So this is the base jacket of that one I just showed you. And oh my gosh, I love the way that one turned out. I love it so much. Again, I've only done the flowers. I haven't done the feature design on the back. The feature of this one is going to be red sequins with red seed beads. I know that, I think I did the same design on the back of the Edinburgh jacket, the vanilla pod one. So that is what I crammed into this week. I mean, we live in such a bleak world at the moment, and I just thought a rainbow of flower jackets, that is what the world needs. No, I guess I was just frustrated that I can't do anything better. And on that happy note, I will leave you. No, yeah, I don't know what to say. I wish the world was a better place. I really, really, if sheer force of will could make it happen, I've definitely been trying that. Anyway, I hope your week is productive and good and you feel like you're contributing positively. So yeah, I think I'm definitely going to film the floral jacket collection video, and then I might actually make something, either a layer cake dress, skirt, or some jackets, base jackets for my remaining 3 Make 9 jackets. Oh, and I also want to make these gold jackets because I want to make this other floral jacket that requires a gold, like this ridiculously over-the-top gold fabric. It's going to be the base bolero, and then it's going to have roses on it. It's going to be fabulous. Okay, happy sewing. Have a good week.